Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Andrew at Alps Controls. I'm product manager here for core sensor group, panels, power supplies. And today we have our live event with Accuenergy. We will be answering all questions at the end of this event. So if something comes up, feel free to go down to the bottom of your screen, click the Q&A button, type in your question, and we will get to it at the end. We also will be recording this for YouTube, so this will be available to view sometime next week in case you have to dip out early. All right, I will turn this over to Kurt and Lauren from Accuenergy, and look forward to answering questions at the end.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate the intro. Hello, everybody. My name is Lauren Rose, and I am the Business Development Manager here at Accuenergy. I've spent really the last 13 years helping clients navigate and standardize on their power metering solutions. So I really have firsthand experience on how critical the right hardware is to a project's success. And I'm thrilled to be joined here today by Kurt Spackman. Kurt is our BAS product manager, and he's really been at the helm of the BAS sensor line from the ground up here at Accuenergy. And today we're going to walk you through our 3 core BAS sensors and really show you how they're designed to streamline your installations. But first, I'd like to start by kind of giving an overview of Accuenergy. We were officially launched in 1998. We have a global presence. Our headquarters is based in Toronto, and we have a rapidly growing team based here in the US. And really, first and foremost, we are energy hardware specialists. Unlike some of our competitors who may kind of spread themselves thin across multiple verticals, we've really decided to stay focused on what we do best. And it's this specialization that has allowed us to provide really a level of reliability and precision that third-party providers really can't match. So what really sets Accuenergy apart from really a crowded field in kind of the BAS provider world is our role in the process. And while many others are simply distributors or providers of third-party hardware, we really are the engineers and the original manufacturers of all of our equipment. We're also one of the last remaining independent manufacturers in this space. And this independence is really key because we own and operate our entire supply chain. So from initial R&D to the design phase to assembly and shipping, everything happens under one roof at our Toronto headquarters. And really, by controlling the process from end to end, we can guarantee a high level of quality control. We can maintain competitive pricing. And really crucially in today's market, we can provide reliable lead times. So some people ask why we've decided to kind of enter the BAS space. And the answer really is around 2 things: focus and expertise. We really saw a gap in these areas in the marketplace, and we were really confident that we could do something better. While a lot of legacy providers have been absorbed into massive conglomerates, fragmenting their R&D process into dozens of unrelated product lines, we have really remained hyper-focused on developing industry-leading hardware solutions. We're not distracted by other verticals. And really, our mission is making your facilities smarter and your installations seamless. Additionally, we have over 25 years of experience in high precision power meter manufacturing, and we're now evolving this into the BAS sensor market. So by designing the power meters, the CTs, and now BAS sensors under one roof, we're really able to provide an end-to-end solution that third-party providers cannot match. Right? We're not just selling parts. We're really applying decades of manufacturing experience to ensure that your building system is as good as the data that's driving it. And lastly, it really comes down to the bottom line. Again, because we are the direct manufacturer, we're able to control our own supply chain. We offer a level of stability that our subsidiaries out there cannot match. And we're really able to protect your total cost of ownership by providing two things that the industry is really struggling with right now. And those things are locked in stable pricing and ready to ship lead times. I've been with Accuenergy since 2021, and I have only seen one pricing increase, and that happened in 2022 or 2023 as a direct result of some components that we had to change. Outside of that, our pricing has really remained completely stable over the last 5 years. So to give you a little context about our range of products, we have three primary categories. Our first is our flagship power meters and our high precision current transformers. We offer all sorts of power meters, from three-phase meters to multi-density meters to kind of entry-level demand and consumption meters, all the way up to really high-level power quality meters. And in terms of CTs, we have just about every current transformer under the sun, from split cores, solid cores, rope CTs, and really all of the outputs that you might run across. We'll be doing a deep dive on power meters in a future session, so we're not going to spend much time talking about that today. But if you have a project that you want to talk about, feel free to reach out to me or to the Alps Controls team. They have some good support that they can provide you on the meters. Today, we're really going to be talking about BAS sensors. We're going to look at our core offerings, which are temp, relative humidity, and pressure. And then lastly, we want to give you kind of a firsthand look at two additional sensor lines that we're a few weeks away from releasing. And that will help continue to fill in our BAS ecosystem to give you continued flexibility on your building automation projects. So with that said, I will pass it over to Kurt.
Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Kurt Spackman. I'm the BAS product manager at Accuenergy. My background is in mostly technical support across BAS, HVAC, plumbing, and mechanical industries. And I spent much of my time here at Accuenergy focused on the BAS sensor product development, which we'll be discussing here shortly. Through my years of working closely with end users and installers, I've gained much insight that directly shapes how we design all of these products that we're going to be reviewing today, as well as our future generation of products. Those real world interactions and discussions that I've had with designers, installers, are the key driver or inspiration behind our approach and our commitment to innovation in the BAS space. As Lauren said earlier, many legacy manufacturers haven't introduced significant innovation in recent years. And at Accuenergy, we're different. We see this as an opportunity because we design and manufacture everything in-house, as Lauren explained. Your feedback and any sort of direction that you can provide plays a role in helping us build better solutions. So today, I want to walk you through some of the latest product launches, which Lauren had mentioned: the AccuPre pressure sensors, the AccuHum relative humidity, and AccuTem's temperature sensors. I'll review some high-level specifications and highlight some features specifically designed to save time and simplify installation with these product launches. But while we're excited about talking about what we're showing you today, there's much, much more to come. So with that, I'll go ahead and get started. First, we'll start with the AccuPre series differential pressure sensors. Just to briefly address the AccuPre, all of our part numbers start with Accu. Pre is short for pressure. You're going to see that that format carry across all of our products. So the three images you see here are the AccuPre wall mount, duct mount, and panel mount differential pressure sensor. So again, just to address some of the high level specifications, so the three configurations are the wall mount, which is the one on the left. That is going to be our most universally mountable configuration. The duct mount in the middle there, and then the panel mount unit, which is 35 millimeter DIN rail mount. These products are meant for monitoring differential pressure in non-caustic, non-corrosive air. So, monitoring static pressure within ductwork, monitoring pressure in stairwells and buildings, and so forth. We do have a wide selection of pressure ranges available in all the different products with multiple industry standard analog outputs, 4 to 20, 0 to 10 volt DC, and 0 to 5 volts DC. We standardized with plus or minus 1% full scale accuracy across the entire catalog. We have multiple installation options, user configurable options with field selectable pressure ranges, uni and bidirectional configurations, field selectable response time, so forth. We have the integrated LCD on the wall mount unit and the duct mount unit. We standardized with an IP65 enclosure with the two units I've aforementioned, and similar features to what the industry demands. For example, simple zero calibration with just a button on the PCB to auto calibrate the unit. The DIN rail panel mount unit shown on the far right there, that one is meant for a OEM type applications or within panels that have a very small space in which you can mount the unit. It's basically a de-featured product versus the wall mount and the duct mount unit. A couple of installation features I want to highlight with this product. So the AccuPre DM duct mount unit has an integrated pitot tip or pressure probe already directly mounted on the back of the enclosure that you do not need to install in the field. It has quarter turn cover on the IP65 enclosure, and the LCD within the enclosure can be rotated. So if you need to put the wire access at the top of the enclosure, you can rotate that in the field if required. And then a removable terminal blocks across all of our products to simplify wiring on the unit. The AccuPre PM, a couple of features I just wanted to address. Mostly it has to do with the removable terminal blocks. Again, you're typically mounting this within a tight space, so you can remove that terminal block, run your wiring, and then plug it back into the unit. And then the AccuPre WM wall mount, it is a very compact design, so it can mount in a number of different spaces. It does have a wall bracket in order to mount it on any flat surface. And this is our most universal design differential pressure product. And then it has all the user selectable features I mentioned earlier with pressure ranges, unit of measurement, response time, and so forth. Going to the AccuHume series. Hume is short for humidity. What you're seeing here pictured is our duct mount unit, our room mount, outside air, and outside air with weather shield. So all of the AccuHume product series can be paired with a temperature output, and it's going to have your industry standard resistive temperature outputs. It can be paired with a temperature transmitter with to utilize a 4 to 20 milliamp output or 0 to 10 volts DC. And then resistive output, like I said, it has all the industry standard thermistor and RTD outputs. We utilize a digital polymer sensing technology for our RH sensing element itself. So it has a very reliable performance across multiple years with a very low drift. 2% full scale accuracy across the entire line. As this product evolves, as part of the product roadmap is higher accuracy units, so plus or minus 1% and so forth. It has a standardized, with the exception of the room mount unit, IP65 rated enclosure, and that's across the entire line. And then we have a cost-effective weather shield option for direct mount into the elements, so in direct sunlight in the elements. Okay, some installation features I want to address on these. Again, you know, a lot of these little features we added to the products is to speed up installation time and save money, just to simplify it. So one of them, on the top image there, you can see the duct mount unit. We've added a mounting flange to the sampling probe. That enables the installer to adjust the insertion depth within the ductwork, so you can receive that sampled from more stratified air, and just gives you that flexibility to adjust that depth. A couple of other features that we've added, again, is just these may seem little, but anything you can do to save installation time, we've tried to consider that with this design. So push button terminal blocks on all of our products, again, versus a multi-turn screw. And then on our IP65 enclosure, we've added quarter turn self-capture screws on the cover. I know the image there shows the screws separated from the cover, but I assure you they're self-capture screws. So again, just a little feature we've added to speed up installation time. And now we'll review our temperature, AccuTem, short for temperature sensor product series. What you see pictured here is our duct mount, our room mount unit, outside air, wall plate, and immersion sensors. A couple of things I want to highlight here. We have all the common temperature outputs that is our industry standards, thermistors, RTDs, transmitter 4 to 20, 0 to 10 outputs. So we do have some standardized transmitter output temperature spans that are readily available and ready to ship, but we do have the ability to offer customizable temperature spans with all of our products. The standardized IP65 enclosure, which I already addressed, again, it's the same enclosure that we use across all product series with the exception of the room mount units. And then that goes along with the immersion and the outside air as well. A couple of features I do want to highlight with the temperature products. One of them is on our immersion temperature sensor. So that's going to be our AccuTems IM. All of the units come with a 304 stainless steel thermal well with 1/2-inch NPT threads. But one feature we did add with that unit is we pre-fill the thermal wells with heat transfer paste. So that does not need to be done in the field, which allows for better thermal conductivity, faster response time, and so forth. And then with the duct mount unit, we have that same mounting flange that gives you that flexibility of adjusting the insertion depth. And then the same push button terminal blocks and quick release screws on the cover. One feature I do want to talk about, because it was an addition that myself and the team discussed, is the product labels. I know it seems small, but it's something that I think is a nice feature. It with the part number included on the product label, there is some important options that are highlighted on the product label to indicate what, you know, the sensing element is, the temperature span, and so forth. But then we also included a wiring diagram that's specific to that model number. Again, just little things that we've added to the products to assist the installer and shorten the install time. This is more of a teaser slide and just some upcoming products that we have releasing very, very soon. The Accu CO2, which is going to be our line of carbon dioxide BAS sensors, and then our Accucur, short for current, which is going to be our current switches as well as our current transducers. The Accu CO2 series duct mount unit there on the left actually is readily available now. We're actually about to have it on the website and go live within the next couple of days. The AccuCO2 room mount unit is something I've been working very, very hard on, the team. And there's going to be some really, really nice features included with that product that should be releasing sometime late in the summer. And then the AccuCur products, we're going to have fixed current switches as well with an adjustable set point or trip point. And then current transducers that are going to have a 4 to 20, 0 to 10, 0 to 5 volt DC output with a couple of different spans, and then a couple other new products within that product series that I'm not going to tease right now that we're very excited about that we'll be releasing at some point in the third quarter. So the AccuCur products I foresee being launched in the midsummer on that product. I just wanted to briefly talk about our part number architecture when going to configure one of our part numbers. All of our product series, and this is across the entire Accuenergy portfolio. Everything starts with Accu, and then it's followed by the product series. In this example here, it's TEM, short for temperature sensor, dash whatever the mounting configuration is. So in this example, IM stands for immersion, and then you build your part number there. Dash A for a resistive output, dash whatever sensing element you want, probe length, and so forth. So there is going to be some product evolutions. I can specifically talk about this product in the near future, but it's all going to build off of what this current part number configuration is now. So I know that was some high level information. I could get into more details if any of you would like to discuss more specifically about product performance and specs and applications and so forth. But I do want to point some of the takeaways throughout the information we provided here. Again, privately owned and one of the BAS industry's last true manufacturers. So again, that gives us control over what we bring to market. And again, we're listening to feedback and what the market demands, and we are making adjustments to our product designs based on that feedback and any opportunity that we may have. And that allows us to have full supply chain ownership, which drives faster innovation, distribution control, and improved and stable pricing availability. I can speak firsthand on the R&D side of it and how hard myself and the team has been working on these product launches and the exciting evolutions to come within this product series. And then again, we're prioritizing all of our products that we launch to market, and we're looking at things that are going to save you time and money during the installation. So again, we're prioritizing those design concepts within our products.
Yeah, so just mentioned that across all of our products, whether power meters, CTs, or BAS sensors, we know the importance of, standards and certifications and reliability. And so across all of our products, we have the industry standard certifications here listed. So we just wanted to make that known.
All right. Well, thanks, Kurt and Lauren. That was awesome.
Thank you.
All right. First question we have: do you offer pitot tubes for your pressure transmitters?
Oh, yes. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Yeah, we do offer a full line of pressure accessories within our AccuPre series. So pitot tubes in different lengths and configurations, poly tubing, pickup ports, things like that, to give you some flexibility of monitoring differential pressure in different types of applications.
All right. Another one. Do you have NIST certification for any of your products?
Not currently at the moment. That what I can speak firsthand is that's the next evolution of our relative humidity and temperature and pressure lines. So when we initially launched this product, it was to have a solution for most applications that you're going to run into within the BAS market. Now the next step is the equipment investment and everything involved with testing and certification, and we're currently working on that. So if I was to put a timeline on it, I would put it some point at the early next year for NIST certification Mhm.
Okay. Jeff asks, sensors showed 24 volts DC. Will they be available for 24 volts AC in the near future?
Our sensors can be powered with 24 volts AC or DC currently.
All right, great. Michael asks, max custom length of immersion sensor and the thermo wells. He has a couple
Okay.
questions here, so that's one of them.
Okay. I'll answer that one first. So currently within the product series, we have the option of a custom probe length. There are certain things we need to discuss further. A lot of it has to do with, how often are you using them? What custom lengths are you running into? There's going to be some questions because that does add to the production side of things, but it's within our wheelhouse to do custom probe lengths and thermal wells. I guess what I would ask is, what are those lengths? How often are you using them? And is it something we need to stock? So it's like one of those discussions, because if you were just to order a one-off type product, then we have to get into, okay, we need to talk about lead times and so forth. So we tried to, when we launched this line, we believe in having inventory readily available. So we tried to come up with some standardized lengths that were readily available. But if you do want to talk about custom work, which we do all the time, we just need to understand the usage lengths, so forth. So I guess if I was to put a number on max, I don't really have a maximum. We just need to talk about what that is, and we'll further discuss.
Yeah, Michael, if that comes up in the future, feel free to email or get in contact with me or customer service, and we can rope in Kurt and Lauren and come up with a solution for you. Michael also asked, is a 304 thermo well machined or welded?
That one is welded. If the application does require a machined weld, that is something we can help with as well. But yeah, right now everything is 304 stainless steel welded.
Okay, and then last question from Michael.
Oh, one other thing I want to add to that: all of our velocity specifications for that thermal well are in the installation instructions.
Okay, Michael has his third question here. Will you offer an ECM current sensing relay?
So I kind of teased about product evolution within the Accuenergy series. Yes, the answer is yes. That will be the product you will see right after our Accuenergy launch is the ECM. Mm-hmm.
All right. Another question from Jeff on CTs. Will you be offering a micro CT that can be used in tight applications?
Not right now. That's something that is not currently on the product development side within the Accuenergy product series. I think that would warrant some further discussion though, because I did come across that application quite often. Not quite often, but often enough it should be addressed, but it's not currently on the product roadmap. So I guess what I would, again, going back to the custom lengths on the thermal well side, what type of usage are we talking? Is this something that we could include? So,
all right. Do you offer any customization with your current mix of products?
Kind of, yeah, talked about that. Right now, basically only custom probe lengths on our duct and immersion sensors. Again, we tried to offer the most common, but again, if we get into something that's not part of our standard offering, we just need to talk about usage basically, and it's not out of our wheelhouse. So,
okay, and we have another question here. Can you expand upon what products you will offer with the Accuenergy release? Yes.
We will have a fixed current switch on the initial launch. It's got some really cool features built in that are different than some of the competition. Mostly, again, has taking into consideration the installer. We will have an adjustable current switch as well with an adjustable trip point. Then we will have a AccuCur current transducer with 0 to 40, 0 to 150 amp ranges in 4 to 20, 0 to 10 volts DC, 0 to 5 volts DC. Again, with some nice features from an installation standpoint. That is the initial launch that you will see here in the next few weeks.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we've run out of questions. Does anybody else have questions for Kurt or Lauren? We had some really good questions there, guys.
I agree.
Well, if nobody else has any questions, then just a reminder: this will be live on, or this will be on YouTube, probably next week at some point. If anybody else has any other questions regarding Accuenergy's sensors, again, feel free to email me, email customer service at Alps Controls. We'd be more than happy to help you answer your questions, find a solution for your problems. And that's what we're here for, to help you out, make your jobs easier. So again, thank you everyone for attending, and take care and have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.